during the whatever the heck that was, that market crash we saw today, which a lot of people are going to tell you it's because of Trump. It wasn't because of Trump. I lived in China, like I said many times in many videos, and I know how those mother effers do business. This is not about crypto, but I'm gonna tell a quick story. I have a friend in China who went to Dartmouth University, the Ivy League school here in the United States. Smart man. He was a professor. What do you call it? Professors are like a really smart, but they don't have a PhD. A visiting lecturer at Beijing University, which is like their Harvard. Tsinghua, where President Xi Jinping went to, is their MIT, but Beijing University is their Harvard. His business was that he lived in Hong Kong at the time I met him. His business was actually like he was a consultant. Like he would basically, you'd have person A, person C, and he's person B, and he's like, he connects them, does the business plan, drops the different business documents, and he gets a fee for it. So he once told me that I believe it was like he had a deal for like $10 million, and by the time that the deal finished up and it was time to pay him, it took like months upon months, if not years, to get him paid. They did it like in small portions, and at the end he only got like 70%. Let's just say it's 10 million, right? He only got like 70 million or 60 million dollars. Sorry, 7 million out of the 10 million, or $6 million out of the deal. And they basically just said, oh yeah, we have to pay this person, have to pay that person, etc. The same thing happened to me similarly when I was doing consulting with a high school there. No, it was middle school. Middle school has high school education system, especially in Shenzhen, Yantian district where I was at. And they had told me, okay, we're gonna pay you $2,000 for like this course I did at the Chinese Communist Party School. I'm not a communist, it was an event space, and they needed me to teach some students from the countryside and debate and model United Nations debate and all that kind of stuff. So they told me it was like $2,000, and then they paid me like $1,500. They were like, we gotta pay this person, we gotta pay that person. The moral of the story is this: Trump is faffing with China. I mean that in the sense that President Trump, like, he's a businessman, but there really aren't Trump towers in China. They don't really allow foreign investment like they do. Hey everybody, I'm just talking about China and everything. So China, notice, they do not allow our companies there without 51% foreign ownership. Like, when you see that we have a company, I don't know, let's pick one, Nabisco, for example, or Frito-Lay's, they have to have a foreign entity go into China and find a local to take 51% ownership in the company. In the US, we allow, generally speaking, 100% foreign ownership. Another aspect of the situation with China's situation is that in the US, their companies are allowed to function in the way that we can't have our companies make profit in China. For example, Bybit, right? You have the WeChat app, which is like their WhatsApp. Bybit owns TikTok. They are in the US. Our social media companies like Facebook, Meta companies, Instagram, etc., Twitter, they're not allowed in China. So Trump is learning the hard way that the Chinese, they aren't gonna deal in the business-like sense, like in the West, where you basically have contracts and all that. Remember that this whole system is based on the Anglo-European system. And we're basically, China's been in it for like the past 100 years. And we're like, listen, guys, you have to play by our rules that we've been doing for a few thousand years. And China's like, yeah, we'll play by your rules. We'll play by your rules. And they're going to cheat. Because again, it's not part of the system. Culturally speaking, this is not how they do business in China. They don't do handshakes and shit. That's something they learn from us. They'll do it in order to finesse us to make money. So, tying this all back into crypto. The reason the market supposedly crashed today is because of that. Because Trump was like, okay, China lied. Now we're going to put tariffs on them starting November 1st. Not financial advice, do your own research. Hopefully I don't get banned or get a strike from this. I don't have enough subscribers yet. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Sharing is free and caring. But one thing that's really interesting is that Trump, no matter what, is going to do what's best for his country. It's just like China's going to do what's best for their country. Oh, salam alaikum, by the way, Palestine. This is just short-term volatility. If you can't enjoy the volatility to the downside, you're not gonna reap the rewards of volatility to the upside. You have to be patient. What I did a couple weeks ago when Solana was, just for example, just Solana, I went for like $250 to like $193. I waited for confirmation it was gonna go up. Remember, it was a Friday, actually 2 Fridays ago in the morning. I waited for a confirmation it was gonna go up. Boom, bought, got upside. This weekend's gonna be a similar situation. If you know how to play the markets, remember this. Always, not financial advice, do your own research. Look for confirmation of things turning around. Once things turn around, make some money and cash it out. Take the profits. Realized profits are beautiful. A lot of people can't do that. They can't. DCAing, buying is easy when you're in the crypto gang. We're like us. Shout out to Ohin. Selling is hard. That's the hardest part of being in crypto, is knowing when to sell. Everybody, once you start to learn the psychology, the average person can only buy when it's green and sell when it's red, because you panic sell. People like myself, when we see red days, we like to buy, but when we see green days, we want to buy more. We have to get out of this mentality going to 2026, because there will be some kind of a bear market. I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen, but I don't think it's going to be like before, where Bitcoin goes from 60K to 15K. It'll be more like 20% drops, right? Like what you see with the stock market now. 20% drop is a bear market. We saw earlier this year with Bitcoin. It went from 110,000 to 75,000 or 85,000. I forgot the exact amount, but it was like a 20% drop. You're going to see that next year, and people are going to freak the fuck out. Just understand that at the end of the day, we're in this game to win. And days like these, opportunities like these, this is where the money's made. It's not made when things are going up. That's when you get paid. You make the money when things are red, volatile, and you buy in. And with that being said, I'm gonna go have some dinner, and I am out.